I was looking online. Y'all might remember yesterday, the last thing I was doing, or one of the things I was doing, was looking for some wheels and tires for this cart. Well, Northern Tools has some solid rubber bicycle cart wheels that I could buy and put on that, and that would probably be my best bet for this little cart as far as wheels go. But it would be still to my advantage to make I was talking the other day about making a thing. What am I trying to say? Make a thing to turn this into, oh geez, I can't think of the words. I want to temporarily turn this into one of those little racks that people hang on the back of their cars in a trailer hitch. And I want to make it using this 1-inch pipe here rather than the 2-inch pipe that you find on most of them. And it's really quite lightweight. Because it's all made out of aluminum. So the rack part I would make the rack out of wouldn't put a lot of weight back there. And the whole purpose of those small trailer hitches is to keep people from putting too much weight on the back of those little cars. I also mentioned the other day having bought some of those special rods for welding aluminum with. And I think I found them, but I wasn't sure. I might have some over here or something. I've got a little bit of welding stuff here and there. Okay. Well, let's go in and we'll mess around in the house a little bit and cool down, heat up, thaw out a little bit. And we'll come back to this. So another option would be to dismantle this whole thing and put it in the floor behind the seat. If you think about it, this is all bolted together. You see bolts here, 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 up in here, down here. You could pop out the side bolts, 1, 2, 3, and the bolts to the plywood there, and take these 2 side rails off, take this front piece off, take that back piece off, undo all this stuff, because when I get down there I'm going to have to rebuild this anyway. It would be fairly easy to dismantle this thing, put it behind the seat of the car, and then reassemble it once I get down there, because that is kind of big to be sticking out behind the car. But I could still build a little rack, because I'm thinking about taking some wheels and/or wheels and tires down there. I could still build a little rack to go on the back of the car that would be small and light enough to lay a couple of tires on. And I've got metal that I could build something out of like that around here. Let's go out here in the metal shed and just see what we got sitting around. I know I got some big pieces of aluminum stuff back there, and although it's lighter weight because it's aluminum. It's still pretty heavy because it's quite big, and I can cut that apart, I suppose. But in here, I've got, actually this thing that you see right here was at one time one of those pickup truck racks that I bought, and it's pretty small and lightweight, but something that size would be fine. Down there I've got a stainless steel like hospital cart, and I could use some metal out of, or I could build it out of you know, I got a lot of stuff around here that I could cut apart and put back together. I'd like to, whatever I make it out of, I like it to be strong but light at the same time. I was thinking the other night, see these pieces here? This is a piece of that old furnace right here, but I could take this, just this piece right here, and put that rod out into that and let that sit behind the car and throw a couple tires on that, and that would do well enough for what I want to do. Yep, and that way I wouldn't have something big and long and gonky sticking out behind the car. See, that same thing with that. See those little rectangular metal pieces right there? Something like that could be used for a small rack and be big enough to strap a couple of tires onto. Yeah. So I got a few options to think about. Holy joy. I love creating stuff. I do, I really do. Me and Rusty, oh, see, here's another thing here. This is pieces of that old trailer that I cut apart. I got some metal out of that to go into the hot rod trailer. I could take a couple pieces of this, take a couple pieces and build me a rectangle and weld that piece of metal I got right to, something like that. Another thing that I could use down in Georgia, I've been wanting to put a trailer hitch on the Rambler. Now this is a truck mounted trailer hitch. It's pretty heavy. There's another one there. So either one of these could be refashioned into some sort of trailer hitch. And that's a thought too, about possibly dismantling that, putting it back together. By the way, this is the axle those wheels and hubs go onto. You can tell that's a big, heavy axle there. Yep. Now let's go. I'm beginning to not be able to feel my toes. So let's go in the house for a little bit while I thaw out and think about it, and then we'll come back. And we'll come back and do some more messing around out here. Ooh, the joy.